Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to another episode of Supreme Ruler, the Great War slash Ultimate, where we're playing as the Empire of Germany. Some of you notice, I said between last episode and this one, I was going to go into a multiplayer and release a whole bunch of countries and do a whole bunch of releasing and things like that, kind of like a peace accords type deal, and I changed my mind. The reason why is because the war over here in Turkey is still going. What I've decided to do is wait until the war in Turkey is over, and then, and only then, am I going to kind of do the peace deals. Because my theory is that a lot of countries that were involved in the European conflict were involved in this little Middle Eastern conflict as well. And it's not too far until the looks like Britain wins anyways, because they're pushing up there pretty good at this point. So I think it's just a matter of time before they before we can go in and apply our peace deal. In the meantime, our plan, I did order all our forces to go into reserve. We're going to unpause here, and I'm going to talk about the next stage. So the next stage of our war is actually going to be me getting a piece of my beard stuck in my mouth. It's going to change up a little bit. So initially the plan was to go to war against the Netherlands and take chunks of the Dutch East Indies, get a lot of rubber and all that stuff. We have a staging area over here near New Guinea, and I think we sent our fleet out. No, we haven't sent our fleet out yet. And the plan was to basically get a foothold in the Pacific. Well, I realized something really even easier is available to us. The Belgian Congo. Earlier I said in here we don't border between Cameroon and the Congo, and I was trying to figure out what we could do, and then I realized, oh, look at that, we actually border them on the eastern side of the country. We can actually have almost a straight line. We'll have to try to figure out how to get the French Equatorial Africa, or at least parts of it, but in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to build up some of the infrastructure over here in Germany, East Africa. We're going to build up some roads and things like that. We're going to start from the capital. Going to hit this town. And from that town, it's going to move up to the staging one, which is that one. So also, prepare our staging route that way. Build, transport, and rail is also going to come up to that town as well. We won't be able to send aircraft. Oh no, you can see me. We won't be sending aircraft. We will not be doing a lot. We'll be sending a lot of infantry and artillery. And the plan is going to be also build a military supply depot there. We're also going to build a military barracks. And that's it. Close all that up. And we're going to order all our ground units that are currently over here to go to the little village of Umsambora for the moment. And they're going to kind of build up our forces there. Then, with these forces all going into reserve, we're going to be able to basically handpick our units going to Africa, which is what we're going to do here. A lot of these basic infantry units are pretty much going to be good to go. So what we're going to do, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to send about 40 infantry. What is that? 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And all of them are going to go to that port there. Boom. Next There's our artillery. These guys don't have the best range, but we're going to send our crappy artillery there as well. Almost have it like a colonial force almost. And that should be fine. How many artillery guns is that? It's 24. So pretty much for every 2 bits of infantry, we have 1 thing of artillery. It's pretty much all we need. In the meantime, the next step of that, add both of you, tank, add all the artillery. All units are going to be added to our research. Doesn't matter what it is. Now, also, we have to get ourselves some engineers. Nothing there. Okay. For ground production as well. I don't think we actually have any engineers yet. Nope. We don't have the ability to build engineers yet. No. By the way, once we get engineers, then we'll have... oh, perfect. Then we're going to start up our push for our research. In the meantime, we're making 38 million, and we're actually making 6 million, which, wow, that's pretty good. Inflation's ridiculously high, but right now I'm not too worried. Perfect. Everyone's deploying or going into reserve, which is good. We can go to fast. Yeah, we'll agree to that. In the meantime, let's build up a little bit of stuff here, shall we? We need some agriculture. So 116 tons there. Wait, what? Oh, because we already have some there. Perfect. Good to know. 110. 3 there. We don't have the ability to build any rubber at the moment. Wood we do. That should be good. Oil. Yeah, I don't think we have really the ability to build that much oil. A lot of these areas over here we're keeping. Well, I'm surprised at the lack of oil in Europe. Now, the question is, okay, so it looks like they're using a modern map for oil and things like that. Coal, we're good. Metal, we're good. Uranium. I want to start mining uranium now, so we can get some going. Power, we're good, but we're going to throw out a coal power plant, a couple of them. Actually, are we researching? Better power. We are not. We don't have that ability yet. Okay. So for power, what we're going to do is we're going to go coal. We're going to build 10 coal power plants. Consumer's good. Industrial's fallen behind a little bit. I'm going to build 4 of these. Military goods are falling behind there. Build 4. So we're going to have a massive hole when it comes to industrial goods. But countries like France are willing to sell us industrial goods, which is perfect. So a lot of countries are not producing much yet, which is kind of bad. See, the problem here is that we're kind of in the 50s to 60s era when it comes to production. So we're a little bit ahead of time. Everyone else is still fighting wars and stuff, so they really haven't switched over to non-combat yet, basically. Yeah, we'll agree to both those terms. I actually want to look to see what natural... So, we got agriculture. They have rubber, which we know. Wood is an obvious thing. Oh, oil. Didn't think of that. Oh, uranium down here. Okay, so we're officially annexing both of these territories. And we're going to have to wait a little bit, but we're going to build more oil stuff down here. And oh, we don't have the ability to do stuff over there. Now, let's see, we're losing money actually. Wait, why do we have debt? I'm going to pay off a lot of this debt. So for the moment, we're becoming an import nation, which is no big deal. Almost all these we've taken in, they all mature next year. So we took them all out roughly at the same time. They're big ones too, jeez. One thing you never want your guy to do is just turn around and just take out a whole ridiculous amount of loans. No. Hold on. Who is offering me industrial goods? There we go. I really need industrial goods. Military goods for industrial goods? Yeah, okay. Right now, we're kind of in a bit of a hard spot when it comes to industrial, military or industrial goods. Be happy to admit. Yeah, we definitely need to get our troops over there to where we need them. All right, our last batch of infantry are going to get to our location. We're going to deploy them all to the area in Africa, and then we're going to. Oh, actually, I need to deploy. Guess one of the things too I should do is deploy troops against the Belgians, huh? I think there was another war going on. We don't have that many pioneers. Great Britain declared war in Albania. Uh, Alright, we're going to move our troops towards the Belgian border now, as well. Bulgaria and Great Britain signed a peace deal. Highlight all these guys and say, hey, do me a favor. You're going to sea transport to that location. One thing I do like about this era, things build a lot faster. And there we go. So all our troops are now heading towards Africa. Perfect. Italy wants a line of sight treaty. What treaties do we have with Italy right now? Oh, we have non-aggression. Who's Italy at war with? We're basically at war with the British. No. I know not. I know not. I know not want to see. More oil fields. Perfect. Okay. So that's going to be the end of this episode after I click these little two things here. Alright, so our troops are heading to Africa over the next stage of our planned expansionism. We've annexed our two colonies here in Africa. What we're going to do next is deploy all our troops to Zanzibar. Not Zanzibar, sorry. Whatever the name of this town is. We're going to send our troops to the border between the Belgian Congo and us. And then we're going to we're going to declare war on Belgium. I don't think the British can declare war on us because we do have a non-aggression pact with them. So I believe they won't be able to do anything about it. I'm hoping they can't do anything about it. We will see. In the meantime, a lot of our construction will be done. I'm hoping that we'll be able to build up some engineers very soon, so we can get our construction going a lot faster and things like that. And that's red. What is that? So just a that's just a little smudge on the map there. But yeah, we're gonna wait until the war with well, all the wars around the world are currently over. Once they are done, we are then going to make our moves and cut the world up like it should be. Divide things up and kind of slice things up and kind of set things up the way they should be. Forewarning, that also means a massive release of nations all over the world. Either after this war or the next big one. Possibly the next big one. There'll be a massive release of nations all over the world. Things like that. We'll have to see. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.